It's week 3 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Eagles, next on Madden NFL 22.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on...
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle to Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now it's Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 24 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
2nd and 12. Back to throw. Wallace. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wallace. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Now a throw here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw again. And once again, this is Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing. Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now. Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it? Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it. Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep. Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And another tackle broken. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
throwing on first down. Wallace. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. From the gun on third down, Wilson.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Play action. Now Wilson.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Wilson will throw again.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get this off to Swift. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out again. Self open for an easy touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Wallace. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Wallace. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down. Blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
They run out of the gun with Swift. He gets away from one. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 4. Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo, man.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop this off to Peyton. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Wallace. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Play action. It's Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And they will take the lead at 13-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. To throw on second down. Wallace. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Levi Onwuzurike. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Yeah, the Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now Wilson. He's going to take another shot here.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Jack Fox now,
as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's a second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Wallace. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun on third down, Wallace. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there just before halftime.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I can't imagine this defense thought they'd see a play like this on third and short. If you're going to beat a defense deep, you got to catch them when they're not expecting it. That was the perfect time to do it, and it paid off big.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again.
Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by Bass is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Wallace. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. It's caught by OBJ. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Now a 2nd down and 6. running is Swift. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now it's Wilson. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He completes it to Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Wallace slings this deep from McLaurin. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
What was that, man?
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now a give right side Swift. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now it's Wilson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Sanders shaking and baking. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
He didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Wallace. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Levi Onwuzurike coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
To throw on 2nd down, Wallace, and that is incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Wallace. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
This to break our 4th quarter tie. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Into the hands of Beckham, but only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what would be an important 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Sanders. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Once again with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, the Eagles. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go. Do it.
So now the Lions down by 10. A little over 80 ticks to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He gets this complete to Cephas. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now Wilson. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Wilson to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit right